we've talked all playoffs about matching desperation, and obviously it's probably pretty tough to do in this situation, but what have you learned about the push that they bring in desperate situations, and how can you at least anticipate that?
Well, I think, we've put them in a situation like this before after game one, and, they played their best game of the series maybe, and we didn't match that. So on us tonight, that's our lesson in this. We know what we're going to get. We've got to make sure our game's better than it was in game two.
Having survived and thrived in a Game 7, what's the biggest benefit as you try to close out another opponent?
Well, it's not Game 7, right? Yeah. I mean, listen, we've got to play. We got to play a competitive, hard road game. I think the blueprint's probably. If you watched the Florida Leaf game last night, Florida came in on the road, tough environment, critical game, and. Stuck to their game plan better than the other team did. So that's the goal.
Miro's obviously not a mid-season form yet. It's going to take him some time. But what does he bring even at limited option, limited strength and, 15 minutes a night?
Well, he affects all parts of our game, even though he's not 100% yet. His composure with the puck, his puck movement, his ability to transition us up the ice from our own end through the neutral zone, power play, and that doesn't even touch his defending and his gaps and things like that.
Do you have a sense of how far you can push him this early?
I think he felt, we eased in, he felt great, so we'll just keep going.
We talked yesterday about forward minutes on 7-11 defensive minutes. It seems like you also changed a little bit, especially Bichel and Petro. How does that affect if you play 7-11 again? Is it a big deal?
Well, I mean, it's just natural. That's going to affect when you change the numbers at the forward group and the D group. It's going to affect them the opposite, right? Or forwards are going to get more ice time, D are going to get less. But I was happy with both areas.
It's not long ago we were talking about need for depth scoring from your group, and then since Game 3, I think 11 different guys other than Miro have hit the score sheet. What have you seen in them coming alive?
Yeah. Well, I always felt it was a matter of time if we just stuck with what we were doing. We've got too good of players with too good a track records not to score eventually. But I think part of the playoffs is you have to be comfortable not scoring. I mean, everyone makes a big deal about scoring. Vegas gets eliminated last night by Edmonton in a 0-0 game, 1-0 in overtime, and you've got the two greatest offensive players in the world on the ice. If you throw Jack Eichel in, maybe 3 of the top 5 or 6. So you got to be comfortable that it's okay. That you're not scoring, that you're still finding ways to win.
Peter, I don't know what the Scandinavian equivalent is for keeping up with the Joneses, but as Rupe Hintz hearing about it, it's his turn now to get a hat trick?
Yeah, again, you guys, everyone talks about offense, and I'm not worried about offense. This is, you get to this time of year, the teams that are left, this is who sticks with it longest, who can grind out wins. Yeah.
Just on the note of being comfortable not scoring, I imagine that takes some maturity or evolution. How do players develop it?
Well, we force feed it to them. It's not easy, I mean, it's not easy. I mean, these guys, a lot of them are used to getting points. A lot of them judge their performance on stats, because they've been those players their whole life, and that's the tough part of this time of year, is you're judged on other parts of your game. The other parts of your game have to be in the right place, or you don't move forward.
We'll do one last question with Leo.
Hey
Leo.
Just any lineup changes or same lineup?
Same lineup.
Recovery and everything. What was it like playing the first game and then day off, and how do you feel today?
It was fun. It's been a while since last game, so it was a lot of fun to play again, and feels good. Ready to go again, and really excited.
What do you look at what you need to do as far as step by step? Pete's obviously looking at minutes and things like that. Are you looking at the same type of stuff?
Yeah, minutes and how it feels, day after and during the game, and felt good, and hopefully it's the same thing again.
Is it good to get hit sometimes? We always hear that when you're coming back, sometimes you like to get hit.
Yeah, for sure. It's in the practice there's not a lot of hits, so you don't really know what to expect. But yeah, it's good and felt really good, so that's a good thing.
Just kind of wondering, what did you need to know, like in the game? Did you have questions about how it would feel, or what your conditioning was, or anything like that?
I knew conditioning is not gonna be an issue. It's feeling good. Been skating for a little while before the game, but of course there's always some questions about how the knee feels and everything. But yeah, I felt good and happy about it.
Watching from outside, obviously the pushback that they've received from Colorado and Winnipeg in games like this has been very intense. Is that what you expect tonight?
Oh yeah, for sure. They're gonna be coming hard and they need to win, so it's have to be ready at the beginning. I think we need a little better start in the last game, but it's they're coming hard, that's for sure.
How do you meet that? Obviously, you want to win, obviously, but the desperation's different.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, of course, we want to win and want to win more than them. So it's just have to prepare ourselves and be ready at the beginning.
We see you making that nice pass to Granlund for the hat trick, and we think, well, he's fully back. But give us an idea from a player, like what it takes to get fully back up to speed where you want your game.
Of course, at the beginning it feels a little weird that you haven't been playing in 3.5 months, but you got used to it pretty quickly, and I think it's every period felt a little better, and hopefully feels better again today, and it doesn't usually take too long, but it's little stuff, all the gaps and stuff. It takes some time, but yeah, felt a lot better in last period, last game than first. So yeah, it's good.
Your coach joked that that's the first time he hasn't seen you catch a guy on the breakaway, so maybe the legs not quite where they've been in the past.
Legs is good. It's just a little mistake there, but it's should be good.
How would you describe the mental toll and working hard to get back?
Of course it's frustrating to miss them that long time, and watch the guys play, but you can't help them in any way. But just have to stay positive and work hard to get back. And you guys did a great job to win the Colorado series and got some more time, and now I'm back, so it's good.
What's it been like for you to see Thomas Harley grow his game?
It's good. Yeah, he's a great player, and we have seen it every year. He's got a little better and better, and got more ice time and stuff. So yeah, it's been really good for us and really important.
We haven't asked you about Mikko yet. What is that like? He's going to be here for the next 8 years. It's obviously you and him are going to be a big part of this going forward. What do you know about him as far as the past, and what have you seen in these playoffs so far?
He's not fun to play against, so I'm glad he's on our side right now. So it's great player. Can do everything, score goals and playmaking and stuff. So yeah, he's big body and can move well with great hands. So yeah, it's definitely not fun to play against, but it's great to have in our team.
How much of the leadership will he take too? It seems like he's already jumped in, and I see him walking around with not just Finnish players, but all sorts of young players and trying to help out.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's been in the league for a long time already, so it's and been top forwards in the league for a long time. So yeah, he's great leader and great player. So yeah, he's gonna help us out a lot for sure.
Pete just talked this morning about how important it is to stay within the framework of the team and not worry about if you're scoring or not. Is that something as a scorer that's a hard thing to learn?
I don't know. I think in playoffs you just want to win. I don't think anyone really, thinks about that a ton. It's, if you're winning, it's what matters. And so it's whatever you can do to help the team win. Obviously you want to, do everything you can, and whether that is, a goal or, I guess an assist or just making, play offensively. But there's so much that goes into, all the a win in a playoff series. So it's I mean, at the end of the day, it's just play within our structure and do what you can to help the team and try to win games.
Decided the 0-0 game last night. Is it easier in the playoff to stay in that mindset of hey, if it's a 0-0 game, we're fine with that?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is playing the way we want to play. It feels like the games are a lot tighter checked, and the scores are lower, and you have to be comfortable with with that and being in those situations. I think it does feel. In the example of a 0-0 tie, it's you want to generate chances, but it's also a good thing that you haven't let anything up. So what matters is winning, and doesn't matter how you do it really.
Even in a limited capacity, how important is having Miro back there?
Did they go back the other way?
Yeah, it's huge. Just an awesome player, and you can see last game just kind of all the great things he does on the ice, and such a great player and a huge part of our team. So it's great to have him back, and I think he'll continue to get better every game.
Saw the push that they were able to bring in game 2. Can you learn anything from that, or can that help you prepare going into tonight?
I think we're a smart enough group that we know and understand. They're going to come at us hard. Their season's on the line, and it's no different from every team in the playoffs is super competitive, and when you put a team in this. In a situation when they're in a must-win, they're going to come out really hard. So we have to be, we know that we've been through enough series, enough games to understand that, and it's just kind of us, being able to match that and come out and play our best game and try to get the win tonight.
Did you get to do anything for your birthday?
Nothing too exciting really. Nice plane ride to Winnipeg. Had a nice team dinner last night, but. Nothing too crazy, just kind of the usual day before game preparation, pretty much.
We've been through these situations before where the other team is very desperate. Do you guys talk about it, and do you sense that they are going to be very desperate?
Yeah, it's a good question.
We've seen it, and it does seem to make a difference in how they play the game.
It does. You can't fake desperation, so we're going to get their best game tonight. We know that, and we have to match it.
And then Miro coming back, how does that affect you?
Maybe a little less minutes, but for me it doesn't affect me too much. I'm still going to go out there and do my thing, and if he's out there with me, then I'll have a damn good partner.
What's your relationship with him been like as far as talking about the game and playing defense and being an offensive defenseman or two-way defenseman?
Yeah. Well, I met him when I was 18, and it's grown since then, and we're pretty good friends now, and we bump ideas off each other and ask each other what they're seeing, and just kind of what any defenseman relationship is like.
What does he do? I've watched him.
What does he do?
He's very smart. He anticipates. He has good stick, good skates. It's just there's a lot of little things about his game that make him a good defenseman.
What doesn't he do?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pass me the puck enough, but he does everything you could ask for.
But there is an art to defending, especially in front of the net or going to get the puck or bringing it out, helping your goalie. There's little things that you do, that he does, that you can kind of bounce off each other, it seems like.
Yeah. We're pretty similar players, so there are some things that I would ask him about that I wouldn't ask other guys about, but I don't know. What I've learned is defending is a lot of just effort and focus. And if you have those two things, you're going to defend just fine.